quick recording for a solution for Newmont Mines. Essentially for mobile forms, what we've done here is created the crusher form as a demo document. In this case, it's listed as a template. I'm using my cell phone in this scenario, so if I was to back out, you'll see the full thing. There's a Capture on the Go app. Inside, I have several different options. Essentially, to keep things straightforward, in this case, I'm going to My Templates, where you see the plus sign. In that scenario, a template is a generic form that can be recreated multiple times, which is why there's a plus sign here. So if I needed more than one form, I'd be able to create one from one day to the next, or potentially within the same day. You can see here I can also edit the name. By clicking OK, it opens up the form. And in this scenario, I've got a few different things just to show some form capabilities. I can make it so that I can select the day and night if I like. So if I want, I'll make this a night shift. And then you can see here it also is recording some time and date information. Additionally, if I want, I'm going through and selecting yes and no on these different checkboxes. If I like, here I can also add in new numbers or letters. For typing, you'll notice that this one says containers labeled and it's asking for a quantity. So the keyboard chooses a number keyboard instead of a QWERTY keyboard. So here I'll say that there's 5, and then I'll continue on. Also, if I want to say there's housekeeping issues, I can do so, and then I can explain. Spilled fluids found near crusher. So here we're using the audio capabilities within the device, and we're calling on that as an option. It would depend a lot on the device that you're using, but many devices have dictation capabilities now, and we can call on those. So here it says window washers, bottles are full, yes, etc. As we work through these, I can continue to fill in information. I could, of course, type it in as well, etc. I'm just going to start zooming through the form. These forms have a lot of selections available. So I do have it. All of that information is in this form. I could, if I wanted, turn this sideways too to change the overall view just to give it a little bit more space. I'm doing this one on my phone, so it's a smaller device in general. We get to the foreman's form, you'll see that one's being done on a PDF. Again here, I could make any of these required fields if needed. In this case, we're trying to keep things as simple as possible to try to get a solution delivered that does its work or copies the necessity of the form that's currently in place. And if I switch this back, see I can go in here and add in more. And then I'll jump down here to the bottom. And in this spot, I can say maybe I want to type in some extra info, etc. Corrections to unsafe conditions could be added here. I could use the voice dictation or type. I think you get the idea. Then I'll jump into the signature. There you go. And then choose a date. I could make that automatic. Here we'll say set. Now you'll notice that at the top it shows the exclamation point. Watch this change to green. When it does that check mark, that means that the data has been fully transmitted to the server. I'm doing this obviously while doing a lot of things on my computer, so it may take a little bit longer than it might in real life, but here you'll see this checkbox is now green, which means the server's processing it, and then you're going to see a new form show up as well. And I'm going to do this one on the other one because the goal here is to show essentially, I want to show the foreman's role now. So we'll assume that this device was being used in the field, in which case if it was, these could actually go to different logins. So I could make it so that this one doesn't show up on this, but because it's a demo, the form shows up here as well as on the foreman's device. Now in this case, I'm on the foreman's pad. Okay, this is in the library. I'm going to open this up, and now what you see is what looks very similar, except you can see that the checkboxes are locked, and we're just showing the choices that were made. You can see these are different. Also up here, you can see I typed in this spilled fluids front on your crusher, etc. So you can see those extra added fields where I put additional information in. As I scroll down here to the bottom, you can see here's those other comments I added in, and then additionally my signature and the username info. Now this is where you get into the interactive field. So we've essentially passed the form on to the foreman, And then here I'm going to say yes, a work order is required, and then I'm going to type in the work order number and then grab a signature. There you go. It's not easy to write with a mouse, obviously. We recommend using tablets for that. There we are, and then submit. Now watch this box after I hit submit. So now the data from the crusher review along with the crusher's data itself have been combined together and then pushed to the service. And here you can see the new form that gets created. And so if I double click on this, here's the form. And here's my data entered in, my selections. I've got green and yellow check marks. They don't have to be colored, of course, that's for the demo, but maybe it's a value in terms of using the form itself. Additionally, as I scroll down here, you can see my other messaging has been added in, and then additionally my signatures, etc., my work order info is applied, all that good jazz. So from beginning to end, the mobile form for the inspector to the foreman to the PDF output. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll consider Planet Press Connect as your solution.